It's July 10th. July 10th, and we have a special guest star, Misty the Wonder Dog. And guess who else also came up here?
And I needed some wine to make it.
Sweet Alice needed wine to make it easier for her to make it through her trip to the cabin. So we're looking at possibly how much digging, and I used the Mini X the other day at the house, the main house there in California, and got comfortable using it. So I think in 2 weeks I'm gonna come back up here and finish digging this. I might try to dig this a little bit. It seems like with that plastic, it makes it a lot harder to dig. As you can see, we're still gapped, so we haven't really settled anywhere near as much as I thought we would. This one here may not be gapped because some of the softer ones, you can see that one's kind of rotten. Some of the softer ones, they move with the bottom log. And that's where I spilled some of that stuff for the. Looks like all my handiwork underneath there is still there. Didn't fall down. Cabin didn't fall down. It's always a good thing. And I'll have to remember when I do the 6x6s that are going to be on the 20 diameter piers, I'm going to have to get them all lined up with a string line so that I can hang the deck off of them. Because it looks like, I didn't realize, it looks like the deck went all the way. Which, I can't remember. We'll have to look back at the video. I don't think it did. I think it just went to here. Matter of fact, I know it didn't because there's a stump right there. So you can see, we just came up here this time for just to look around, see how everything's doing. This right here is the property line. You can see there's the property stake right there. See that? And this is some bench that looks like somebody carved at some point. So one of the big projects coming up after the foundation is the ceiling. You can see it's kind of half-assedly done. It needs to be notched, and this plywood, I don't know if you call it plywood CDX or whatever, needs to be dropped down to mate to here so I can attach my T&G, my tongue and groove with it. And when it drops down, there's going to be a gap there, but I'll be able to fill that gap, hopefully, with something. But we're going to have to, it's going to need some work. Yeah. So you can see this is all going to need to be dropped. And I think part of the problem is the 2x that they put underneath are running this way when they should have been running this way. Because if they were running this way, it would have allowed us to drop it down. Yeah. So we're going to have to either pull it out or cheat it somehow. I may just end up taking it all down and redoing it, which really wouldn't be that big of a deal.
Yeah, but it's more work.
Yeah. But it is what it is, and we're going to make it happen. We're going to make that shit happen. So that's pretty much where everything's at. Again, I don't know if I got this last time, but there's usually rats here, and I'm not a big rat fan. I mean, I like the band Rat, but rats I don't like. So I've been putting this cycle, and they really like the cycle. This stuff here is like Rat X or something like that, and it really doesn't really do the trick. The rats aren't really eating it, but that will be empty the next time we come up here. But we're getting there, so there we are. Okay, so I dug down a little bit deeper on this hole. It's a pain in the butt to dig because it's got, a lot of You can see all these rocks came out of that hole. Anyway, so looks like this plastic, man, it was pretty well preserved underneath there. And it looks like they had wrapped the wood in plastic. And I don't know if that helped or hurt. Kind of wonder what were they thinking? Like my dad said, what were they thinking? And as a matter of fact, when I did a remodel on a house one time, me and my dad was helping me, and you know, we were basically doing a kitchen and had a drop ceiling. We removed this drop ceiling, and a wall was removed, and they didn't properly support it above in the attic, and the whole thing, you know, we were saying, God, what were they thinking? So we went in there and we repaired it to the best of our abilities and got the ceiling stable. It was unstable when we first took the drop ceiling down. I mean, it was unstable underneath the drop ceiling. So we basically did another drop ceiling, but this drop ceiling we did was with 1/4 inch drywall, and then mudded it and taped it. And in between the 1/4 inch drywall and the existing ceiling, we put a note telling them what we were thinking. Because the whole idea was, what are you thinking? What were they thinking? It's like this thing here with the bags there. What were they thinking? Why did they do that? Yeah, well, who knows why they did it or what they were thinking. But all I know is we're gonna go back with concrete and try to do it right. And is that right? And is that the best way to do it? I don't know. Maybe there's a better way to do it. But we got that out. We got one dug. And I keep going back and forth whether or not I should rent a mini excavator. I think I'm probably gonna do it because this one hole is just a bear with all those rocks. Anyways, that's where we're at. That's what I'm doing. I wonder if the dog approves.
Oh, I'm getting Misty some water.
Who knows what that dog's thinking? What does Alice think about the trail?
I'm looking for little trolls back there in the shadows.
Little trolls
Pretty
back in the
cool.
shadows. Bratch.
We can call them that. Hey, Chris, you gonna be able to find our way home?
Yeah, we're on the trail.
Okay.
Just follow the trail home and we're good.
Good.
City folk.
Oh.
I wanted to get a little video of this because yeah, I've been looking at this wondering. I thought maybe it was a bear that's doing this or some sort of woodpecker. I do not know, but sure is neat out here. We're off the Pamacala Highway Trail over there, and kind of out in the woods, and you can see there's on that tree over there, there's more of this kind of action, but it's very interesting what's doing this. Misty's getting some spring water. Just comes right out of the ground right there. Comes out there. And then it comes out here right across the trail that we took and built up last time so we could drive the side-by-side up it. But that's pretty much a trail that goes nowhere. It's always muddy right here. Yeah.
size.
Okay, on our hike, we were walking down and I found these little tiny strawberries, wild strawberries. And they are absolutely delicious. Look how tiny they are. Just got back from our walk. Just basically up our trail there. There's a little trail. Goes up there, and Moose Lake is off that way somewhere, way up there. Look at that tree moving. Could be Sasquatch over there moving that tree. Sasquatch is out here. But we've been looking at, looks like we might have some berries on the property. We're gonna walk right now. We're walking over to a spot where I think there might be huckleberries. But I don't know. I think these right here might be huckleberries. But again, I do not know. I don't know enough about them to know if they are or not. But we did come across some really nice wild strawberries. All kinds of cool flowers. And you can see this is where my targets were just less than a month ago. This was all barren. And you can hardly see the targets, it's so overgrown. Look, there's Misty hiding in the brush. So up there is more huckleberry action. We're gonna walk up there right now and see if we can find some more of those delicious little tiny strawberries that were just ridiculous. Okay, you really gotta watch for these little strawberries because they're kind of hidden.
I see some gorgeous ones.
Here's a bunch of them.
Look at these, Chris. They're just
See they're little baby
right
strawberries
there.
that are
This
just.
one's the biggest one I've seen. Look at it. Look at the size of. Oh, you're videoing.
Hey, get. Okay, so these over here are better. Look at that, wild strawberries. Who would have thought?
Closer to the cabin.
I would have never thought that we'd have wild strawberries.
The taste is fabulous. They're just tiny. Mmm.
Mmm.
There's one hidden under there.
The gems of North Idaho.
Wow, there's a bunch underneath.
There's tons. We've just found the mother lode. Mmm.